Hey guys, welcome to AMG Game and Tech Talk. I'm Balmug,
And this is me, Epoch, with Tech News.
and we're here to talk about gaming and technology. Yay! Alright, let's just dive into it. Okay, first thing up in gaming news is according to Polygon, Microsoft will allow games to be self-published using the Xbox One. The feature will not be available at the launch of the console, but it will slowly start coming out in like packages during the first year of the console's launch, and you can use all the features that the Xbox One includes. Like you can use the Kinect, the achievements, and the cloud, and all the other features that it has. And Microsoft also partnered with Unity, so you can use the Unity engine with it, with your games if you want to use Unity. So that's it for Microsoft, but similarly, Sony is also doing stuff to support indie development. According to GameSpot, the PS4 dev kit will be loaned to indie developers for about a year for free. The dev kit costs around $2,500 US, and all you need to do is just sign up on their website, become a registered developer website, and you can self-publish for PS4, PS3, the Vita, and yada 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 for the Sony gaming consoles. So any thoughts about that for you?
Well, I find it very interesting. They're pursuing the indie market so hard. They're kind of following what we already have in the PC market, where the PC market has a lot of these AAA titles, but a very large and very thriving indie market, especially through Steam. It
Greenlight.
seems like PlayStation and Xbox are following suit. So I'm kind of excited. I always like indie games. I think the most interesting concepts, the most interesting ideas come from indie games. So I'm perfectly for this. What do you think?
I think it's a good job. I think it's a step in the correct direction. But I like what Microsoft is doing, making it so that all Xbox Ones act as a developer kit. But Sony, I guess it's alright for Sony as well since they're loaning their dev kits. So, but I kind of like it more with the Xbox One because your Xbox One can make games on its own without needing a dev kit, unlike the PS4. So there's just that. There's that. And I guess next thing up is, according to GameSpot, Ubisoft is asking for fan input for who should play the main character for the Watch Dogs movie. And currently Tom Cruise is in first place with 31% of the vote. So yeah, I don't know. Watch Dogs isn't even out yet, and they're already planning to make a movie. I don't know. What do you think?
Tom Cruise? I don't understand that.
I
Uh,
can I can see him be a good the main character. Is it Aiden? I think
Aiden Pierce.
Aiden Pierce. So Tom Cruise as Aiden Pierce. I wonder if Tom Cruise is gonna actually try to get the role, or is gonna accept the role.
Well, if he wants to get in with the young crowd, it might be an interesting move. I like the other names on the list. They're all basically Tobey Maguire, Henry Cavill, who plays Superman and Man of Steel,
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield, who is Spider-Man, Brad Pitt, who was fighting zombies in World War Z. They like the A-list. They definitely want a big Hollywood star to play the role, I guess.
I think they should just find like an unknown actor, like not yet big in the big screens. I don't know.
I like that idea. I mean, it's kind of hard.
Star me, star Bob, I guess. Aiden
That
Pierce.
would work pretty well. You know, I mean, you're a very mysterious person, so I think it works.
So I don't even know why they're planning on making a movie, but I guess I don't know. I don't even know if the game's good yet, so we'll just
Well,
have to wait and see.
in a way, I think that games are becoming more like movies, and when you think about all the CGI and all the explosions in Hollywood film, it's like Hollywood's kind of becoming like a video game. So it seems like they're kind of moving towards each other, hitting a middle ground somewhere. It's an interesting idea. It seems a little bit. If Watch Dog isn't a big hit, I wonder if the movie will succeed. So I guess they're jumping a little bit ahead of themselves.
Yeah, hopefully that if the story's actually good, that they keep true to the story. That's
I
my
would
big
like,
thing.
but that's very rare. would anyone in Ubisoft have creative control? Because it seems like
I
there's
think that they'll have complete control over it.
yeah, because details are pretty scarce with this thing. But yeah, it would be very dependent on if Ubisoft has a say on what the game turns out like.
They're also trying to make Far Cry, the Rabbids, Assassin's Creed, and no Splinter Cell and Ghost Recon into movies.
Those would work. I could see it. I mean, rabbits would be good for the kids.
All of a
I could see it
sudden, they
specifically.
stop making games and they move towards making movies.
So they're kind of living Kojima's dream. You know, forget the game, just make a big long cutscene.
Metal Gear Solid 4. Alright, I guess that's it for gaming news. Let's move on to game releases of this week. And there's one that repeats, I think. Okay, first thing up is Take on Mars, which is coming out on August 1st, 2013, out for PC. Realms of Arcania, Blade of Destiny, comes out July 30th, 2013, for PC. And Sir, You Are Being Hunted is coming out sometime in July 2013. It just says that, out for PC. And I think this is the repeat. Rise of the Triad comes out July 31st,
Oh,
2013 for the PC. And this is one for you as well. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Vengeance comes out for PS3 and PC August 1st, 2013. Castle Storm comes out July 29th, 2013 for PC. Cloudberry Kingdom comes out July 30th, 2013 for the PS3 and Wii U. And it also comes out July 31st, 2013 for the Xbox 360. So the next day it comes out. And then Family Kart 3D comes out August 1st, 2013 for 3DS. And Pixel Junk Monsters Ultimate HD comes out July 30th, 2013 for the Vita. So that's it for about, I guess, this week for new releases. And I'll give the mic on to my home dog, whatever your name is.
that's right. Thank you, Balmug. This is Epoch with Tech News. I'm going to start off with a small little rumor about Apple. It seems like, according to Apple Insider, there's a lot of rumors that Apple is going to drop the iPhone 5 completely from their line when they release the iPhone 5S. This is a departure from their usual mode of actually always keeping the last two generations always in stores. So that might be very interesting, but even more interesting is that there's a lot of rumors going on that Apple is planning on releasing a cheaper plastic iPhone called the iPhone Lite. It will be cheaper than the iPhone 5S, lighter than the iPhone 5S, a little bit cheaper, meaning it'll be a little bit less quality, unfortunately. But here's the cool part is that there's a lot of rumors going on that's going to come out in a variety of colors. Obviously, they're trying to appeal to younger buyers, to teenagers, to people who may not have as much money for an iPhone but still want to jump in on the Apple bandwagon. This is all, of course, rumors. We don't know for sure. But if they do that, I think it could be very successful. I think that, in general, iPhone, it still has a lot of cachet. It's still a name that may have not... It's maybe lost its luster as the premier smartphone to a lot of people. But I think there's a lot of people that like to jump in on the iPhone name. And that leads me to my next story, that Apple was named Brand of the Year for PCs, for mobile, and for tablets, according to a poll done by the Harris poll done by Equitrend for 2013, where they polled over 38,000 consumers in the U.S. on their beliefs, on their views, on a wide range of tech products and services. I think it's very interesting that Apple scored top in the view of these consumers in all three computer, tablet, and mobile phone categories. I think it kind of shows that, despite whether you agree or disagree with that, what obviously there's usually a difference between the viewpoint between people who really like tech, because I know a lot of people who really like technology, who really like knowing what's new, what's great, what's sort of the best out there, that don't rank the iPhone as the best phone or the iPad as the best tablet, and they don't have a MacBook or a Mac Pro. They have They build their own computers. They have their own gadgets. And yet, there's a distinct difference between what the average consumer wants and what very hardcore tech fans want. And in the eyes of many average American consumers, Apple still reigns top. That's very interesting to me because there's a difference between perception and preference. And I think that if you guys think this is a very biased poll, remember that in 2011, Apple actually was not in the top. But what even surprises me more is that in the computer segment, in the top computer companies, Hewlett-Packard, HP, is seen as the second best behind Apple. That's very interesting, and especially because HP has suffered so much in losses in terms of sales, in terms of market share. And even more fascinating is that mobile phones. You think it's Apple versus Samsung, and yet the second place, the runner-up for the mobile phone category was HTC, not Samsung. That to me is very interesting. It shows that, you know, there's a lot of differences of opinions out there, and even though we may see it as an Apple versus Samsung world, or as a this company versus that company, there's still room for other companies to come in and really capture the mind share and the market share of average American consumers. So I found that very interesting. And unfortunately, a name that's missing in all these categories, Microsoft. Windows, Microsoft, they don't have that prestige to them no matter how much hard they try. And that leads me to my last story, which is that Steve Ballmer, the CEO of Microsoft, admitted that he's not only disappointed with the sales of Windows 8, but he feels like they built way too many Surface RTs and that they're just not selling the way he wants them to. And this has led to a 30% cut on Surface RT prices all across the world. $900 million of Surface RTs have been sold, and that may sound like a lot of money, except Microsoft is a multi-billion-dollar company that spent hundreds of millions of dollars to advertise the Surface RT, and that's all they've sold. It hasn't come close to the iPad. It hasn't come close to the Samsung Galaxy Tab. It's just been overall a big disappointment. So I'm interested, Balmug, in what you think about Surface RT. Is it a good product? Should people be buying it, or do you completely understand the underwhelming reaction to the Surface RT tablet?
Well, I'm not really educated in this area of tablets because I'm not really big into tablets yet, but I really want to get a tablet for school, but I was planning on getting the Surface because I thought it'll get cheaper after this crisis.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, so I'm
30% cheaper.
just like, okay, I looked at it. I'm like, okay, Surface RT is not doing very well. Microsoft is losing a lot of money. So I think I saw the Surface RTs on sale. So I think this is a good time for people to get it if they wanted to get it. I think some people liked it, but I think a lot of people were disappointed in that there's no way that most of the apps that they want to get on their tablets or phones are not on the Windows OS, unlike Android or iOS, where the apps that they want to get are on it, but not on Windows 8. Is that what they use? Windows OS?
It's not Windows 8 on the Surface Pro.
Is that the
Windows 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, but on the RT it's not. It's their mobile version.
It's their mobile version, but I think that it doesn't have most of the apps that people want to get. For example, Instagram.
Nope.
I don't use Instagram though, but no. If I was into Instagram, I'll be like, hey, I wish that my tablet can do Instagram.
Yeah, it's very interesting that Ballmer said that one of his main goals is to get Instagram for Windows phones. I think it's very interesting that Instagram and so many. I mean, it's just if you like apps, you don't get a Windows phone. I mean, that's just how it is, and it kills a lot of the desirability of any Windows phone, no matter how good they may be.
All right, I guess that's it for tech news. I guess that's it for us as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Or girls. Or gals. And we love you all. We hope you watch more.
Keep watching.
Give us feedback and make sure to check out the channel. There's some new videos out. Make sure to check out the Guest of the Week, Bioshock Infinite playthrough, and many more. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. See you guys later.